Five Nights at Freddy's was directed by Emma Tammy and it stars Josh Hutcherson and Elizabeth Lail. And this movie is based on the game adaptation of the same name. So in this movie, we have Mike Schmitz, who's played by Josh Hutcherson, who's a troubled security guard. He's down on his luck, and he's trying to connect with his younger sister until one night he's working at his first night shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, which is sort of like a creepy version of Chuck E. Cheese. Until these animatronics come to life, and they're up to no good, Mike Smith must find a way to survive and try to take these animatronics down and stop this situation. And now we got our movie. So recently, before I get into the rest of the video, happy Halloween, everyone. I just want to wish y'all a happy Halloween, and I'm also wearing my costume for this review. So, happy Halloween. So, anyway, back to the movie. So technically, to be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to this movie after hearing announcements and seeing the trailers. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if this movie is gonna be any good. But when I heard this movie was gonna be PG-13, everyone was all like, why is this PG-13? This should have been rated R. And I was like, I don't know, I think some of the younger audience members was probably like a massive fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, the games themselves. So yeah, this movie is basically based on those games. So recently, with this movie, I wasn't really looking forward to this movie, but after seeing my two favorite actors in this movie, I was like, okay, I'm probably going to just watch it, or at least three of my favorite actors in this movie. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this movie. But after hearing negative reviews about the movie, when I heard negative reviews about the film, the audience was all like, yeah, don't pay attention to the critics, form your own opinion. But I did form my own opinion after watching this movie. Now, after watching this movie, I said, okay. After watching this movie, I was like, I mean, yeah, the movie looks pretty cool, but I wish I find some things I just wish I want to change up and make things a lot better. Well, I want to talk about some things I like, some things I didn't like, but talk about the positives. This movie is based on the games. Now, with Five Nights at Freddy's, I've seen the games many times. I mean, way back in the day. I think I was in middle school when I first experienced Five Nights at Freddy's as a game. I think I was in in middle school or high school. I don't remember. To me, I was in middle school when I first experienced Five Nights at Freddy's as a game. And when I heard there was a movie coming out, I was like, okay, that's cool. I guess FNAF fans are probably going to enjoy this movie. Now, if you're a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, if you love the games, you're going to love the movie. So that's all I can say. So with me, I'm not a FNAF fan, to be honest. I'm trying, but I gave up. I gave it up. When I tried, I gave up. And I tried to get into the game. I just wasn't really into it. But instead, I decided to just like the movie instead of the games, to be honest, for my own opinion. So I guess that's it. Let's talk about the actors and the characters, but we're going to start with the animatronic characters first. Starting out with is Freddy Fazbear. Now, Freddy Fazbear looks really, really good. I like the way he looks. He looks really, really accurate to the game. I looked him up. I actually did look up these characters to see what they look like in the games, to see what they look like in the movie, and I was like, oh, they do look video game accurate to their game edition counterparts. So with Freddy Fazbear, on the other hand, he does look pretty good. I like the way he was animatronic and not CGI. With the lighting on his eyes, it looks very creepy looking. Does that look very creepy to you? It does to me. That looks pretty cool. So Freddy Fazbear, in my opinion, he looks pretty good. Now let's talk about Chica. Now Chica, on the other hand, I think Chica, in my opinion, does look pretty cool as well. And I think he has like a bib on him that says "Let's eat," and I was like, yeah, I don't remember anyway, but it's fine. It does say "Let's eat" on him. But Chica, I like the way he looks. I like the way he's comic book accurate. And he is animatronic, but not CGI at all. But he does look pretty cool. Now let's talk about Cupcake. Now Cupcake does look really, really good. Yeah, seeing a cupcake with eyes and a mouth does look pretty awesome. But as an animatronic character, but there's some times where I find the character a little bit more. I mean, he does look animatronic-like, but I can find sometimes I'm like, when I was watching the movie, I was confused. I'm like, is Cupcake CGI? No, he's not CGI. He's just made of animatronic, so he's fine. so he's fine. So Cupcake does look pretty cool though. Then we get Bonnie. Now Bonnie is some kind of like blue rabbit bunny or bunny rabbit or whatever he is. But I think he looks pretty accurate to his video game. Well, I'm sorry, to his game adaptation counterpart. And I think, in my opinion, he does look pretty cool. And I like the way these animatronics actually. I like the way that Freddy Fazbear and the rest of his friends do look animatronic-like, including with Bonnie. And Bonnie does look animatronic accurate to the game. And he does look pretty cool. Then last but not least, we get Foxy. Now, Foxy, on the other hand, he has an eye patch for his eye, and then he has a right hand or left hand for a hook. But he does look really freaky. He looks creepy, and he does look really, really good. In my opinion, these animatronic characters, I'm glad they're not CGI. They do look animatronic-like. So Foxy does look really good as well as his gamer counterpart. Now let's talk about the actors and the characters themselves. Starting up with is Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmitz. Now Mike Schmitz is he's a security guard who works at night for his first night shift at he's a troubled security guard. He used to work at a mall and now he works at this place, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. He's trying to connect with his sister. He's trying to bond a friendship and a relationship with his sister, his younger sister. And you do discover a little bit about his past. Yeah, you do discover about his past like many, many times. But there's some times where about his past is like sort of like nightmares of some sorts. He does take sleeping pills that actually helps him sleep at night. And I'm gonna say in my opinion, but there's some times where his character just be like, oh yeah, this place does look creepy looking. I mean, when I was looking at him, I was like, okay, I wish they'd done him a little bit better. But Josh Hutcherson, I do respect him for trying, but he is our main character in this movie, and he did pretty well. And Josh Hutcherson he did pretty well in this movie, but like I said, I do respect him for trying the best he can, But I guess that's pretty much it I guess that's pretty much it for him. So I guess that's it for Mike Schmitz. And next up is Elizabeth Lail as Vanessa Moreau. Now, Vanessa Moreau is a police officer. I don't remember. I was like, is Vanessa Moreau in the game? Is she a police officer or a security guard? To me, she's more of a police officer. I don't know, because I don't know. I'm not really a FNAF fan at all. If she's a police officer, just let me know. But in this movie, Vanessa Moreau, all I know is she's a police officer. She's a police officer. She does connect a little bit of a friendship with Mike in this movie, and there's some times where you can discover a little bit about her childhood. But I just wish there was some times I just wish they were. I wish we explained a little bit about her childhood, but we kind of did. I don't remember, but I think she did pretty well in this movie, and with her character, Vanessa Moreau, I do respect her for trying. The best she can. But that's all I can say for her. And Elizabeth Lail, like I said, I do respect her for trying. She's not that good in the movie, but she did pretty well. Like I said, I respect her for trying, and that's it for Vanessa Moreau. And last but not least is Piper Rabaio as Abby Schmitz, the little sister of Mike Schmitz. Now, she doesn't have a lot of friends. Now, in this movie, her character doesn't have a lot of friends. I think she has a mental problem. She's busy with drawing. All she cares about is drawing. She cares about his drawing and also she doesn't have a lot of friends, which is a problem for her, and it affects her. And when she goes to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria with her older brother, she does connect a friendship with Freddy Fazbear and his friends, and they make her happy. But when she found out that these animatronics are up to no good, she's like, okay, yeah, there's something wrong with these animatronics. We're up to no good. Now we gotta get out of here, and something like that. But yeah, with Piper Rabaio is really good in this movie. It's really good in this movie as Abby, and that's all I can say for Abby. And that's it for the actors and the characters and the animatronic characters. So I do want to talk about the place itself. The place looks really, really cool. Well, it looks very creepy looking. With Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, it's basically like like I said, it's basically Chuck E. Cheese, but creepy, but scary, but extremely abandoned. I wish the movie does. My biggest issue with now I do want to talk about a little bit more negatives here. The biggest issue I have with this movie, I just wish they explain the origin story, or like the rise and the fall of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I just wish they explain a little bit more from some details of how this place got abandoned or something. But no, the place didn't get abandoned. The place is fine. But I just wish they explained a little bit more details about this place. But this place does look really, really crazy. It look really, really creepy because you see these animatronic characters just walking around. Yeah, just walking around, or there's sometimes, or there'll be some times where they just like stand here, stand there, or they're just walking around, and then you do see them through the security cameras in the movie as well. But the movie also takes place in the 2000s, and one of my friends told me that the movie was supposed to take place. I think in the game it's supposed to take place in the 1980s, and I think in the movie it's supposed to take place in the 1980s, but no. The film takes place in the earlier 2000s, which is fine. I totally get it. I guess because of the year, I totally get it. But my biggest issue I have with the animatronic characters, they don't really give you the jump scare scream, where how they're about to they jump when you get all the jump scares from the animatronic from Freddy Fazbear and his friend. They go like ah, just like that. But you don't really hear that in this movie. And I was like, I just wish they put that in the movie, because I've seen it many times. I just don't know why they didn't add that in the movie, which that actually did piss off like FNAF fans. I think with FNAF fans, just like where are the jump scare screams that they were supposed to add into the movie? And I'm like, maybe there was a reason behind it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there was a reason behind it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a FNAF fan, but with Mike Schmidt's in this movie, all you can, like I said, you do get his past, but his flashbacks are sort of like nightmares. They're sort of like nightmares that they keep repeating over and over and over again. And I said, no, can we just focus on Freddy Fazbear and his friends, so we can get all the jump scares? I mean, so the FNAF fans can get all the jump scares that they want and need. But instead, I mean, they do, but sometimes they don't. There's some times where they don't really get that much screen time. All they got was the human characters throughout the entire majority of the movie. I can understand with the human aspects, but I said no. I was like, no, the animatronics must get a lot more screen time in this movie. But the animatronic characters do look pretty awesome. They do look creepy looking. And for that, my biggest issue is the storytelling for this movie. The storytelling could have been better. I like the way that the pacing, I mean, sometimes the pacing can feel rushed, but there's sometimes the pacing can slow down. But the cinematography is fantastic. Like the cinematography at day and night does look really awesome and really dark though. I mean, yeah, like I said, this is a scary movie. This movie's PG-13. My biggest issue with the movie is PG-13. Why do we need a PG-13 rating? The movie should have been rated R. If the film was rated R, I mean, like I said, I totally understand. I mean, with me, I can understand. I think with young kids who are also FNAF fans, I can understand why they made it PG-13, or maybe there was a reason why they made it PG-13. And I was like, no, this movie should have been rated R. I was like, I just wish this movie was rated R, because there were some times where there's some times you do get some brutal moment. I mean, you do get at least one brutal moment in the movie that I just saw in the film. I was like, yeah, this movie should have been rated R in the first place. But no, I guess that's because the PG-13 rating didn't work for me. But the rest of the movie, I think it looks pretty nice and neat. But there's some times where I just wish the movie just give us a little bit more details, and mostly we do get a little bit of I wish the movie does give us an origin story about this place. That I wish we wish to see an explanation of how this place actually, where the film took place, where year it was found. That was pretty much it. But I guess that's because the movie is like a 1 hour, 2 hour long movie, but mostly it's a 1 hour 45 minute long. I'm sorry, a 1 hour and 45 minute short movie. So I totally get it, but for that, I guess that's pretty much it for this review for Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a sequel. It could be rumors, or it could be confirmed, or a possibility that we could be getting a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 maybe in the future. Hopefully the sequel will look a lot better than they did with this movie. And hopefully in the sequel, they better add like the scream jump scares that were in the game and into the sequel. But that's why I had a lot of problems why they didn't add it into the movie. But I guess that's pretty much it for this review for Five Nights at Freddy's. And that probably wraps up for that. Nothing much else to say. So be sure to like, subscribe. Excuse me. Yeah, like, subscribe, post notification button, follow me on Instagram, comment down below. And I'll see you in my next video. And thank you for watching. And happy Halloween.